I'm Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Series. Tonight it is the final race before the mid-season break. We are heading to Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix. And we're looking to see if we can carry our momentum through into the summer break. We are on a really good run of form. We didn't get the best result last time out. Our streak was finally broken. That just didn't quite work for us in Hungary. But still got a decent result. And as you can see, we are top of the Constructors' Championship by 101 points over Red Bull, which is very nice indeed. And then in the Drivers' Championship, Oscar on 255 points is 74 points clear of Max Verstappen in second, and a further 10 behind is Mick in third, who is comfortably clear at the moment of Charles Leclerc. So we're looking very, very strong this year, and it would be lovely to carry that momentum that we've been building through into the mid-season break, and then hit Zandvoort, maybe with an upgrade, and kick the second half of the season off in spectacular fashion as well. It is the day of the Grand Prix. Let's take a look at the weather reports. It's going to be dry all the way through. You can see we've got sprint quali on the Friday. It's going to be cloudy with a bit of sun, and then just cloudy and overcast on the Saturday for the sprint, and then again on the Sunday for the race. Going to be a little bit cooler as well. You can see the air temperature dropping from 19 to 15 to 12. That'll have an impact on tyres, which the way we like to run our tyres this season will certainly help us, keep those wear rates down. But if it gets a little too cool on the Sunday, we may not be able to do the usual kind of performance that we do, where we like to just nurse those tyres, protect them, and then push, halfway through that stint. It'll certainly be a lot more effective for us in the sprint. Let's take a look at where our car sits on the grid. And, oh, wow. Is that because we've got a difference in parts? I think we have a difference in parts. Yes, we do. Panicking for a second. There's we've suddenly dropped a lot of speed. So let's just check the differences between the two cars. There you see the difference in speed, about 0.3 kilometers an hour between our two cars. A tiny bit of acceleration. DRS is the same. So is the low speed performance. Oscar has a little bit more in the medium and high speed, and slightly better engine cooling as well. We are short one part. I'm trying to remember which one that is. Let's have a look at our car builds. It's the chassis. We are short a chassis for Mick. We have got another one in production, but it's obviously not ready for this race. So that'll go on back on the car at Zandvoort. Do we have anything in development right now? We've got a new chassis in development. So we should have one in time for Zandvoort. Maybe two if we're really lucky, but I think maybe one. And we'll have some new rear wings as well. Again, hopefully in time for Zandvoort, but we'll certainly have the new chassis on both cars and the new rear wings on both cars for Monza, which will definitely be an important upgrade for the car there. We've got some research going through as well, as you can see, another suspension and underfloor project underway. Let's take a quick look at our facilities. We are doing some upgrades. You can see our CFD simulator is being upgraded to level 4, and so is our suspension simulator as well. We've already got a level 4 car park test center. That upgrade was done earlier this year, I believe. Wind tunnel will be the next one, but that is a little out of our price range at the moment. 17 million is needed. We have 8 in the bank, but if we have another couple of really strong results, should be able to pull that together quite quickly. If we take a look at our staff facilities, everything here is as it needs to be, and same operationally, although the weather centre and the hospitality are getting very close to degrading, so they'll need a refurb soon. Everything else is hunky-dory, tickety-boo, etc., etc. So let's set some targets for tonight. One car in Q2 is the very, very lackluster incentive we've been given there. We're going to get both into Q3. I'm quite confident about that. However, I think we're probably looking at 2 in the top 6, given the slight difference in performance between our 2 cars. We'll just cover ourselves a little bit with that. Hopefully, we'll be on target for the first 2 rows, but a little bit of leeway there. Fastest lap is also the incentive tonight. We'll try our hardest to get that. And I'm going to try and get 2 in the top 4. Again, I think our biggest challenge is going to come from the Red Bulls. I think we've got more than enough pace to hold off everybody else. But who knows what will happen with safety cars or even red flags. We have had those in the past here at Spa. We've got a finish position streak, 2 in the top 6 in terms of finishing position. Halfway through that, so a good result tonight will complete that streak. We did break our quali streak last time out, I think. So we need to get a new one of those up and running. We're going to go for 5 races, and we're going to go 2 in the top 8, just to future-proof a little bit in case other teams bring big upgrades after the summer and catch us up. And with that, I think we are good to go. I have side pods on the way. Yes, I do. A lot of parts in production, as you can see. So we do have more side pods coming. Good, because they are going to wear out soon. How you doing, Baron? How you doing, Victor? Good to see you guys. Let's head to Belgium.
This weekend, we're in Belgium, in the picturesque province of Liège. Halfway through the season, it's too early to call the championship. Can teams make good before the summer break, or will they be hoping for a reset? Spa-Francorchamps is famous for its long straights and fast corners. Drag efficiency will make all the difference here as drivers zoom through the famous sequence of Eau Rouge leading up into Raidillon. But a twisty middle sector keeps things tricky down on the track. Ferrari are giving this newcomer their first shot at a Formula One race, and it's exciting to see how they'll fare. Now let's get the weekend underway.
So Ferrari running their reserve tonight. I never understand why the AI will run a reserve on a sprint weekend, because they are seriously damaging their drivers' chances for getting good confidence by doing that. But I'm not going to complain. We will certainly take that as it is. Can't run that engine, so we have to run this one. We're going to be running new engines tonight, so this is our new de facto practice engine. And still run that ERS unit though. And we'll stick with that gearbox, and we'll run a new gearbox tonight as well. So we want 15 laps for Spa. I'll drop our settings down. Moving on to Oscar. We are going to go with that engine. No, let's go with that engine. There's still a little bit of life left in that one. We'll go with that ERS. And we'll go with that gearbox. Okay. Again, 15 laps of fuel, dropping those pace settings down. Let's change the compounds. We want to run medium tyres in this first session. Save the hards for Q2, for practice 2 after qualifying. Setups. Okay. Let's go with a 3, a 9.5, 3.7, a 3.5, and a 0.75. And we'll go a little bit different for Oscar. We'll go with a 3.5, a 9, a 2.8, 3.5, and a 1. And I can already see that is not going to work. The rear wing's too far on that one. So let's try something a little bit different. 2.5 and a 9.5, a 4.6, a 3.45, and a 0.7. Still not overly convinced by that. I'm going to go with a 4, a 9.5, a 4.6, a 3.2, and a 0.35. I want to give myself a little bit more wiggle room on the rear wing straights slider there. All right, and with that, we are ready to send them into practice. Going to be a huge disparity in pace between our two cars, given the state of the powertrain components there. But it's only practice, so that doesn't matter.
Radio check.
Yeah, radio check loud and clear. Quick radio check for me.
Yeah, radio check.
All right,
Copy, same.
let's see how we get on with the setups. Oh, that was a mistake for someone. I think it was either Giovinazzi or Mick. Given that we didn't get a warning from Mick, it's probably Giovinazzi. Hitting the end of Camel straight and just running wide or locking up.
What's your feeling?
83. That needs a lot of work. So we're going to call him in. Still waiting for feedback from Schumacher. And this is how the car circuit is laid out today. So we're strong in low, medium and high speed. We've got really good top speed, and we've also got a really strong DRS. The fact that we are so strong in the high speed there and Red Bull are not is a really, really good sort of key indicator in our favour there.
Any comments on balance?
For now, no. It feels really good.
94 with Mick, so that's not bad. We'll let him continue to run, but Oscar, we will get in straight away. Evening, Anthony. So this car is definitely, well, this circuit definitely suits our car more than Red Bull's car, which is excellent news for us. But when you're up against drivers like Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen, you can't discount just how much of a factor that can make. We're going to go 2.5, 10, 5.5, 3.2, and 0.05. Let's see how that works. I do have a different setup I can try if that is a bit too much. But Touchwood will find out pretty quickly. I don't like it on a sprint weekend when we're so far away on the first run. Oh, happy birthday, Anthony. Get the thing good? Oscar pops up right in front of Mick and immediately pulls over and lets him through. Now Mick is in. And we can see what we need to do with him. Always makes me nervous. Seeing cars go 3 wide into a corner. We're not too far away. We only need to find 6%. What can I do to fine-tune that? What have I got in the book that's close? I've got a 3, 9.537, a 3.4, and a 0.8. That is not going to do it. Let's go with a 3.45. Let's just do that. Just pull that down to a 3.45 and leave everything else as it was. Oh, wait, no. That's a 3.5. Let's readjust. So how does that look? That actually looks better. Yeah. We'll give that a try. Might be a touch too much, but we'll give it a go. You got some good fishing gear. That's always good to hear. I know how much you like your fishing. So Crawford isn't doing too bad. He's on mediums, Russell's on soft, so as a direct comparison, my controller just picked me off. It always seems to happen when there's a reserve when we start playing about with that menu. Maybe I'll have to stop doing that. It is, unfortunately, a little bit of a problem. Let me see if my other pad will take over. No, it has paused it, so I'm going to have to do the same trick that we did last time. I'm just going to disconnect my microphone for a second, but fixes the problem. I'm okay with that. All right, so controller is still unresponsive, but the mouse works. So move the controller out of the way. There we go. So yeah, I was trying to see just how good Crawford was doing against his teammate, George Russell. And obviously they're on different compound of tyres, so there's no like-for-like comparison available.
How was that run?
96%. That's a big improvement, but it's still not quite where it needs to be. So let's call him in.
That's good bit then.
Yeah, I've got a mouse. Not many games are mouse supported, but there are a few, and I wanted a decent mouse for games that were, just in case that proved easier. And it's worked out quite nicely for this game. So I'm 4% off, so that means I need to basically move this and this. Just enough. And hope that that there and that there are still okay. Really is weird playing this game on a mouse. So used to playing it on a controller. We can see all these other toggles are unbound because I don't have a keyboard attached. Maybe I should get myself a keyboard as well. Maybe Frontier will be extremely generous and send me one of their F1 Manager keyboards, but somehow I doubt that.
Check my car, please check my car.
Leave it with us.
Is it just a regular mouse? Yeah, it's just
in terms of balance for switches.
It is. I can well, any USB mouse will work, but the one I'm using is a Razer Orochi version 2 in white. It's because it matches the aesthetic quite nicely. The white and black goes very nicely with the PlayStation, and of course it's a really good mouse as well. You know, for the price point. I did have a trackball mouse, but I can be a little bit more precise with the cursor with this. We've got feedback from Mick. 97, so we still need to find an extra 3% with him. I did do a little bit of Googling before I bought it. It popped up on my Amazon page as a sale item late last year. I think, their second Prime Day, or a sale somewhere around September time, October time, I think. So, and yeah, I picked it up. Where is Schumacher? Ah, there he is. So it's not too far away. Let's leave him out. For the last few minutes, there's no point bringing him in early. And we'll try and get as much feedback as we can. What did it set me back? I think just under 40 quid, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll have to have a look at my previous purchases. Give me 2 seconds.
This is checkered flag.
And check my Amazon history. All right, so have a look at my 2023 orders. The Razor Orochi version 2, I ordered it in November, by the look of it. So it might have been a Black Friday deal. It was $44.99 when I bought it. No, wait, it was cheaper than that, I think. No, yeah, $44.99. I bought it at the same time as I bought my Bluetooth earbuds. Might not have been on sale then, but I think it was on sale. Not a huge amount off, maybe a $5 off, 10% off, something like that. Evening, Fabrice. Evening, Refill. Right, let me see if I can get the controller to work again. No. So, what I'm going to have to do, because we had this issue a couple of months ago, is save and then reload. And that should fix the problem. And there we go. Got my controller back. Lovely stuff. Put the mouse away.
Welcome everyone, qualifying for the sprint awaits us, and we're raring to get going.
Just like a normal race qualifying session, drivers will battle it out for their starting grid position. But this time, it'll be for the upcoming sprint.
Now there's been a bit of talk lately about Oscar Piastri. Karun, how's he been doing?
I have to say, compared to their teammate, they're on a completely different level at the moment. No doubt the stronger of the two.
And with that, let's get back onto the track.
Evening, John. You picked a good one to watch. This is our Spa sprint weekend, and I'm hopeful we're going to be very quick here. Right, a little bit of fine tuning before quali. Need to find 3%. Ba, 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 ba. Decide which way I want that to go. Go with that. Hope I haven't screwed up there. Right, let's put in the good parts. So, brand new engines tonight. Maximum power. There we go. And we're just going to go with the one run. Have made those tweaks there, and hopefully those will be okay. We shall find out in just a second. Let's start qualifying for the Belgium Grand Prix.
And green light.
And we've got Perez making his way onto the track as well. This is Perez's first outing in the car this weekend, because obviously Ferrari decided to give his seat to Crawford for practice one. I can never understand why they do that on a practice weekend, on a sprint weekend. Puts Perez on a back foot.
So focus on your tyres and brakes.
Yep. Copy.
Our biggest threat is obviously going to be from Max and Charles, but there will be a couple of other cars that we'll need to be wary of. Stroll, maybe, in his Aston. Possibly Seitz in the Alpine. Norris, maybe. McLaren have shown a bit of pace recently in the last couple of races. Those are the three that are likely to try and inject themselves into the situation. But I'm expecting this to be a two-team battle this weekend, us and Red Bull. Russell makes his way out of the garage now as well. So we've got a couple of cars on track that might get in the way. There's a very long lap here, 4.2 kilometers, I believe.
Clear track in front. We're good to push next lap.
Or is it 4.2 miles? It might be 4.2 miles.
Nobody ahead of you. So go one and push.
Good evening, Anna. Long time no see. So Oscar should easily out-qualify Mick tonight. He's definitely got a quicker car. And a little bit more downforce in the high speed as well, which in a circuit like this is obviously crucial. That's down to the difference in chassis that we're running. Yellow flag in front somewhere. Or is it behind? It might be behind. That might be the Aston Martin there. It is. It's a lockup for Stroll.
Right then, we can take a look now. Now this one involves Stroll. Nothing wrong so far.
That's one way to warm your tyres up. Big heavy lockup like that.
I wonder?
What caused that, I wonder? A lack of talent is my guess. We do love to bash Stroll. There we go, a couple of tenths difference. And Oscar wasn't really close enough to get the slipstream. If anything, he might have been slightly disturbed by dirty air, so
Make sure we're cooling the car.
there's about 2 tenths difference then between our cars, it would seem. Hopefully we've got the setups nailed. The Ferrari of Perez is trundling along behind us. There it is. Russell blitzing his way through on his flying lap. A little bit of a hold up there from the Mercedes of Zhou. A nice healthy speed advantage over everyone so far, but obviously we're waiting for the big rivals to make their way out. Leclerc is just leaving the pits now. And hopefully we can just stay in the garage after this and not have to run again. Max also making his way out, and Russell, if he did get held up, wasn't by much. Pretty good lap for him. There's Leclerc. There's Max.
Oops.
Pit limiter on. Okay, stop on the marks, wait for 2 seconds and switch off.
So Vajor has already set a time. But Hajar could get a very nice slipstream here from the back of Charles Leclerc. If he can keep up through the corners. He'll certainly benefit through Sector 1. And if he can stay close through Sector 2, he'll get a nice benefit in Sector 3 as well. That long flat-out run up to the bus stop. Stroll is just under half a second slower. Leclerc pulls over to let Bottas through? No, Zhou. Now Leclerc starts his flying lap. He's right on board from his perspective. He's going to have some traffic to contend with. A couple of cars coming out of the pits or going into the pits? Going into the pits. Max just exiting the bus stop as well, so he's only a corner behind on his flying lap. Oh, he's lost a huge amount of time there. So Charles' lap is done. Let's instead switch our focus to Max. Will the Mercedes ruin both Red Bull laps here? That might be something special. And he gets out of the way pretty quickly there. Hajar's nowhere near close enough to get that benefit now. No one else has had a purple sector yet. So Leclerc crosses the line. It's only good enough for 12th. That's how much time he lost. I think Max got away with that. And he goes third. A little bit slower, but look how much time Leclerc lost on his lap. Having to lift up probably the fastest part of the track. And he's right on the edge of the drop zone here. We'll keep an eye on him. Watch his next run. We're going to stay in the garage. No need to go again. Leclerc is going to have clear track for a little while, but he is going to have some other cars coming out the pits. That is Verschoor coming out of the pits. Giovinazzi, not Giovinazzi, it's an Alpine, which means it's got to be Sainz. Those cars are going to be in the way. And now Albon's coming out as well. So Leclerc's definitely going to have traffic issues. Can he find enough time just to stay safe? He's going to have a massive improvement in the first sector, so that's probably enough. As long as he doesn't get completely blocked somewhere else on the lap, he'll be fine. Slight hesitation there, but nothing too serious. He is in the drop zone now, though. As Maloney's improved up to P15. No, not Maloney. Who was it who crossed the line? It was a Mercedes that crossed the line and bumped him. No hold up there. Oh, he's getting held. He's getting held. And now he gets pushed back even further. Has he done enough? He's out. Charles Leclerc is out. Both of his laps compromised there. Wow. One of our biggest rivals gone. All the way down to 17th. Now, of course, this is only going to affect where he starts to sprint. You know, if he does well in the sprint and can gain some places, then that will elevate him for the race itself. But even so, having him all the way down there takes one of the problem cars out of the equation for at least the sprint, and hopefully for a good chunk, if not all of the race as well. That is fantastic news for us. Who is still trying to improve? Perez. Can he get himself out of the drop zone? Checkered flag has fallen. Perez might have a Mercedes in the way. He's going to be okay. Just. And Perez just sneaks through, but Albon and Vasseur are also on flying laps. Vasseur does not improve enough. He finds half a second. He needed a lot more than that. What about Albon? Can Albon sneak through? No, he can't. But Leclerc's down to 18th place now. And that is it. That is our drop zone. So Porsche, Maloney, Charles Leclerc, Alex Albon and Richard Vasseur are the 5 cars that are eliminated. Gasly popping up with a very quick time to split our 2 cars. But we still have more pace in the tank. All right. Look at that. 100% with Mick. So close. We just overdid it with the correction there with Oscar. 99%. That's still very, very good. So happy with that. We're going to run the same tyres again. And again, hopefully just the one run will be enough. And this time, we'll put Oscar out first. We'll try and give Mick a little bit of a tow.
Green light. Focus on tyres. Copy. Concentrate on the tyre warm-up as best we can.
Copy.
18th place. That's some serious distance between us and one of the Red Bulls. That's fantastic. Gasly out very early, so this will be a great indicator of just how much pace he's got. Must have both championships sewn up by now. No. I'm 101 points clear in the constructors and about, what was it, 40, 50 points clear in the drivers. Okay, that's weird. That's... Yeah, these points aren't right. Yeah. Well, we'll have another check at the end, but I don't think they're quite that. We're slightly further ahead of the constructors, slightly less far ahead in the drivers, I think. Evening, Mr. Water.
Gap ahead is good. So So you're good to push when you're ready.
Good space.
Right, we have potentially got some traffic to contend
Ready to
with.
push next lap.
Bottas and Perez on warm-up laps. Depends where we catch them. And I'm not sure Schumacher's close enough to get the slipstream he needs. Doesn't look close enough. He is slightly quicker in the first sector. Right, switching to Oscar as we come up to the Mercedes. Peels out of the way. It stays out of the way. That was important. Right, Ferrari up next. We're catching Perez in a difficult place. This is not ideal. It did slightly compromise Oscar there. Looks like Gasly has gone purple in the middle. He has. So has Gasly got some genuine pace, or is that just because we've got slightly delayed?
Run switch delta, stay
It
negative.
does take
Pull as much as you can.
provisional pole position. Gasly is third and he's half a second slower, but I didn't catch to see whether or not he got held up at the end. That should be good enough for us to sit in the garage though. There's Max warming up. Perez has started his flying lap. But we want to watch Max. Okay, no purple first sector for Max. Unless someone gets a slipstream, it's unlikely they're going to beat us in the first sector. We have got the highest top speed and the best DRS. And a blistering acceleration for that matter as well. Green personal best sector for Max in the middle. Every sector is going to be green or purple on the first run. Perez goes sixth. Bottas up to third. And Max splits our two cars. So, no purple sectors, but he was quick. Norris should, slots into fourth place there. Piastri should be safe. But we'll prep for another run just in case. Not a great time for Perez, and given that he only just made it through in the last session, I don't expect him to get through into the top 10 here. As Hajar posts a time for P6, 6/10 off of Schumacher's time. Now Giovinazzi goes up to 7th. Gasly is on an outlap. Let's pay attention to what Gasly does. We'll have time to react if he goes blisteringly quickly. He is tucked up behind Hajar, who's on a cooldown lap. So Hajar will pull out the way at the end of the lap. Give Gasly a clear run. The only ones who went to set a time now are Russell and Ocon. Russell goes up to P9. Ocon is pushing up towards the bus stop now. He may have been held up by one of the Alpines, which would be Sainz, because Albon is out. Here comes Ocon. And he just gets into the top 10. So Gasly currently at risk. And he might not have time for another run. Well, yeah, he should do. It'll be very tight though. Perez is on an outlap. So is the Ferrari going to get in the way of Gasly? Perez needs an absolute miracle to get through here. But he could stop Gasly from getting through if he was so inclined. There is Perez, should pull out of the way in time. Oh no, he's going to be in the way through Pouillon. This is not looking good for Gasly. He's got to catch him in just the right spot here. And there we go, he moves over. So it will be a clean lap then for Gasly. How much pace has he got on a second run? Is he on new tyres? He is. And it's only good enough for 9th, so he must have had a slipstream run in Q1 to get himself all the way up to 2nd. Because that was an unimpeded run on brand new tyres, building on the confidence of an earlier run. But yeah, Gasly does not have pace here. We don't have to worry about him. Speed time up. This is Max finishing off his second flying lap. Perez is done. He's on an in lap. He has not improved. Neither has Max. So we've got Magnussen, Joe and Sainz and Ocon all trying to get out of the drop zone. Russell on a flying lap as well. He is not safe. There is Russell. There's Ocon. Is he just starting? Yeah, he's just starting. Joe has crossed the line. He is out. Magnussen is out. So, can Sainz find enough? Can Ocon knock out Russell? Can Russell improve enough to stay in the top 10 or get back in if he does get knocked out? Thought Alpine would be a little quicker. Sainz goes up to P6. There we go. That's more what I was expecting to see. So Russell is in the drop zone. Can he improve? No, Russell is out. So now it's down to Ocon, the last runner. Don't think he got held up by Verstappen there. But he's not up in the first sector. He needs a good middle sector here. And a good final sector as well, for that matter. He's not up in the middle sector, so it looks like Ocon is out as well. Unless he pulls out something almighty in this final sector here. He only needs to find 0.05 of a second. And he's out. Did not improve. Got a good final sector, but it wasn't enough. He lost too much time elsewhere in the lap. So we're going to say goodbye to George Russell, Esteban Ocon, Guan Yu Zhou, Kevin Magnussen and Checo Perez. Ooh, Stroll popping himself up into P2 at the end there. All right, top 10 shootout. We'll do, let's see, 1, 2. It's a medium to soft race, so I need 1 set of tyres, softs on the sprint, 2 sets of tyres. Yeah, and then a spare set. So we can do a run on new tyres. 2 runs on new tyres. We're going to send our drivers out staggered. Not going to try and do slipstreaming.
2 should be great.
Ah, damn it, I couldn't get Oscar out in time. Going to get stuck behind other cars. So let's take manual control.
So let's just concentrate on those tyres and brakes. Okay, mate, good job. No more lift and coast required.
Yeah, copy.
And that will get us track position.
To lift where you can.
It's all about your tyres and your brakes.
Copy. Okay, push. Let's go.
Copy.
Start to build the temperature in the tyres a little bit.
bit more.
Copy. Let's push. Come on.
Yeah, copy.
Keep your pace up.
Copy.
Okay, mate. No more lift and coast needed.
Copy.
Alright, buddy. Push, push.
Copy.
Push a bit more.
Copy.
Oh, look at all that traffic coming out in front of us.
Overtake is available.
Copy.
Oh, this could really screw over Schumacher. so I'm not going to catch him through Eau Rouge. In fact, Mick's probably going to have an easier time with the traffic than Oscar is. Stroll in front of us. He'll pull out the way nicely as well. Switching to Oscar. So that was Max and Hajar pulling out of the way. Now we've got to get past Gasly without being held up. Which we're not doing. Definitely compromised there for Oscar.
Okay, recharge on.
Okay.
So 139.6 for Mick.
Okay, so let's look after these tyres.
Copy.
3/10 slower for Oscar,
Yeah.
who's in the quicker car, let's not forget. And should be a couple of tenths quicker. So he's lost at least half a second there. That is not ideal. Excellent first lap for Schumacher. 139.6. Max having to take a slightly defensive line at the end of the Camel there. Thanks to the presence of Hajar right on his gearbox, he is going to get a good slipstream here. In fact, he may well have gone purple in the first. Let's have a look. He did. Gasly's on a flying lap. Gasly goes second. Very close. So, I just don't know if Gasly does have pace or not. I'm guessing he does.
Pit limiter on. Okay, buddy, let's stop on the marks, wait for 2 seconds and then...
Hajar could go pole position here, which would be incredible. It's not pole, but it is definitely quicker than Max. 5th place. Right, we need to find some more pace with Oscar. New set of tyres. And this time we will give him a slipstream run behind Schumacher. Schumacher's confidence will be higher, because he hit the pole lap. There you can see Schumacher's confidence. And there is Oscar's, a little bit lower. Everybody has run. It is a little early, but I'm going to take advantage of this calm period on the track.
Let's concentrate on some tyre prep now.
Copy.
So start to work on the
So we should see
front
improvements from
brakes.
both drivers here. Mick should improve because he's got higher confidence now than when he did his first lap. Oscar should improve because his first lap wasn't great. And he's going to get the slipstream as well. So he'll be very quick on the straight. And the slightly higher downforce against Mick should help him with the dirty air through sector 2. Keep him nice and close to the final sector. I'm a little concerned about Gasly's pace. Didn't look like he had pace in the first qualifying session. Didn't look like he had any pace in Q2. Just made it through. And now all of a sudden he's right up there. And that was a clear run as well. So I don't know what to expect. Stroll is up there as well. You can see just behind Oscar. Both of the Astons looking a bit potent tonight. So is there a third team that's going to be in the mix? Are Aston going to be the second team and Red Bull not really be in the mix? Depends what happens to Max on his next run. I want the track to stay clear until we cross the line. Then I don't care what happens.
And track clear. Let's go for it. So gap ahead is good. Good to push.
Please don't pop out right in front of us. He's popping out right in front of us. If he's going to hold us up through Eau Rouge. Max leaving the garage now. Okay, we're not going to catch him through Eau Rouge. He'll move over on the Camel. Okay, that's good. No hold up. And now we've got clear track all the way to the flag. Mick improving. Oscar goes purple. Not close enough for me to have to worry about him making a move on Mick or throwing Mick off. And I don't want him to back off as he comes across the line. No improvement for either driver in the middle sector. That's a bit of a surprise. So Mick finds 4/400ths of a second. Oscar goes P2, less than 5/100ths of a second behind. That is very close margins.
P2 now.
There's Gasly.
That was a strong run.
There's Max just in front
So
of him.
pull as much as you can. Copy.
Stroll just behind Gasly. Gets pulled over for Valtteri. Valtteri doesn't improve. Stays a second off in P10. Max is off and running. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about Aston Martin's pace now. Did not expect them to be, both drivers to be so quick tonight. Thought maybe Stroll. Did not think Gasly would be involved. Speaking of, I think they might have been compromised there through the first sector by Bottas. Gasly did not improve. Oh, that's a big lock-up.
Gasly locked up.
Copy.
Let's take a closer look. Right, we're down at turn 5.
Gasly didn't improve in the first sector. I think he got held up, and then a big lockup. That's his lap ruined. He's not improving. And that might also be detrimental to Stroll because of the yellow flag. Gasly has aborted his lap. Here comes Max. Max only improves to P5. He found less than a tenth of a second there. Stroll doesn't improve, so he was compromised by that yellow flag, and potentially Valtteri Bottas as well. Norris pops up into P4. Can Hajar retake 6th place from Max? I don't think he can, but I can dream. No, he can't. What about Sainz? Where is Sainz going to finish? Sainz is on an in lap, so Sainz is already done. He is in P9. So we have a front row lockout, but Gasly and Stroll, 3rd and 5th, definitely some, two cars to watch out for. Norris and Verstappen, the other two that I was expecting to be a little worried about tonight, in 4th and 6th. Giovinazzi finished 8th, but has a grid penalty, and all the way down is Charles Leclerc in 18th place. Right, P2. Can't make any adjustments that will sort out that 1%. So we're just going to run the cars along. We want to run them for 34 laps of fuel. Put older bits back in the car. And send them out.
Okay, should be green now.
Leclerc out very early.
Watch those curbs.
Copy. A bit less curb.
And now we wait. You guys are all very quiet tonight. Mick should just about hit 100% track knowledge tonight. Oscar is probably going to be somewhere around the high 80s. Maybe just squeeze into the low 90s. Looking at the prediction, yeah, that looks like high 80s to me. How much longer are you staying with us tonight, Anthony? Before the birthday beers start calling. There we go. Mick is done. And as predicted, high 80s for Oscar. Might just squeeze 90 if he's lucky. He has. Can he get higher than that? 91? 92 maybe by the time he gets back to the garage? 91. That's pretty good. Very happy with that. So 97% starting confidence for Oscar, 100% for Mick. Very, very nice indeed. Time for the sprint.
This weekend, it's something a little bit different, as the Grand Prix grid is decided by more racing in today's eagerly anticipated sprint. And whilst qualifying has already established today's starting grid, the results of the sprint will determine the lineup for the Grand Prix itself.
It's not only the starting grid decided here though. The top finishers in the sprint have the chance to score crucial championship points.
Well, teams will need to be clever. There's no time to relax. It's the sprint around Spa.
We're going to do things a little bit different in the sprint tonight. Normally what I tend to do is overfuel the car so I can just push hard. Tonight I'm actually going to underfuel by a lap. I want to be really quick off the line. Sprint really hard for a lap. And then we can go into some fuel saving. I want to try and break the DRS because we've only got one lap to do it. Put the good bits back in the car. You see the engine and gearbox just making it through the session. I'm going to try and squeeze as much out of them as I can. Okay, we are ready.
15 long and challenging laps await the drivers in today's sprint here at Spa.
And once the lights go out here at Spa, the attention will shift to the first corner, a turn that has seen its fair share of dramatic incidents over the years.
But just who comes out on top when the checkered flag flies?
Hopefully us.
Here we are, the sprint around Spa-Francorchamps. And it's lights out and away we go.
For the lighter your car, the quicker you are off the line. Hence the deliberate underfueling here for the sprint. Like I said, we've only got the one lap to break that 1 second gap back to Gasly.
Let's go.
Copy.
Keep pushing, you know what to do.
Copy.
Just for this first lap, no fighting. Gasly's stubbornly trying to stay with us. This first DRS zone won't count, but the one at the end of the Camel Straight will. Or the one at the start of the Camel Straight, sorry.
DRS enabled.
Alright, 1.2 seconds.
Still saying
Nearly enough to be sure.
behind us.
All depends on the exit here from the source.
Lift and coast required.
Copy.
Lift and coast 12.
Yeah.
Back off now.
Yeah.
I don't like it when they're side by side like this. I really don't like it. Leclerc is up to 17th, so he's got ahead of Shaw. Verstappen is up to 5th. Stroll has dropped down to 6th. Stop going side by side. It makes me nervous. And it costs us time as well.
Okay, recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Oh man, they did almost the entire lap side by side. That is never a good thing. Hopefully they'll be a bit more decisive in future overtakes. Oh, God damn it. Right, that's it, tuck in. Screw it, let's just not fight. We're giving up too much time.
Overtaking.
We'll let them loose again a little bit later. But I just want to keep that gap a little bit more comfortable.
Copy.
Wary of the tyres as well. I like to cool the tyres down a bit, but I want to make sure we've saved some fuel before we do that. We have let Gasly back in a little bit.
Recharge on.
Copy.
There we go. Bit more decisive there.
I do not want you fighting as long as that's clear. Just think about looking after this tyre where we need to.
Copy.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
But a yellow flag. It's behind us. It's Gasly. Is that a crash or a lockup?
Let's
It's a
see
lockup.
what happened there. Right, let's have a look here as we go into turn 8.
Under pressure
The
from
wheels
Norris.
just lock up there, and they ended up their own passenger.
Didn't damage his car, but certainly will have damaged his tyres a little bit there. Where is he? Has he dropped all the way to the back of the grid? He has. He's last. So Gasly now out of the picture. %. Yeah, he took a good 8% of his tyre life there. Max now up to 4th and closing on the back of Norris.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
Another yellow flag. That's at the bus stop. I
Yellow.
think that's an Alpine. No, it's a Williams.
And if we watch Magnussen, things were all right here. Oh, and the car locks up.
Just
By
overcooks
that
it.
point, it was just too late.
Really hope they get rid of the frame rate judder that we get on this corner
Okay, recharge
in the
on.
next instalment.
Copy.
Yellow, yellow.
Is that another yellow? Oh, it's Gasly again. Spins onto the start-finish straight. He's having a shocker. His tyres are down again. Magnussen doing huge damage to his tyres with his lockup. And those two are done tonight. Max now up to 3rd. He is coming for us. Fuel saving is going well. We've saved about 0.8. We were what? 2.2, 2.3. Actually, saved a bit more than that. Saved almost a kilo. About 2.3 kilos for a lap of fuel. Max is coming for us, so we are going to just look after the tyres now. Keep saving the fuel.
Okay, let's keep looking after these tyres.
Copy.
Let's go recharge on, please.
Copy.
Max is just out of DRS range at the moment. Hopefully we can keep him out of DRS range for another lap or so. Well, he might just have snuck in. I think he's just snuck in. Yeah, he did, just. But we have the pace to hold off Max. Not overly concerned by that.
Recharge back on, please. Recharge on.
Copy.
Right now I'm just trying to build up a little bit of an extra margin on the tyres so I can really go flat out in the last 4 or 5 laps. I'm going to switch our drivers around again in a moment so I can start charging up Oscar.
We're good to push.
Oscar's tyres have cooled down a little bit too much. Mixed temperatures are higher because he's running in the dirty air, which will keep the temperature of the tyres up a little bit more. We're also going easy on the braking zones as well with this fuel save, which we can probably turn off now.
No saving required.
Copy. Let's go recharge on, please. Recharge on.
Copy.
Come on.
Copy.
Right, head down. We'll leave you to it.
Copy.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Alright, so we have a full battery in mixed car now. Working on Oscar.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy.
You can see we're actually pulling away from Max the second he pulls out of the slipstream. Our car is so quick. We're almost fully charged with Oscar as well, which is great because it means with a few laps to go we can really just sprint. And there you can see we are pulling away from Max when there's no DRS open because we've got a higher top speed, and this is such a quick track. This is why I'm really excited for for Monza with a new rear wing and a new chassis. Our cars could be blisteringly quick there.
We need some pace.
Copy.
Lift and coast.
Yep.
Save the last of that fuel. Oh, that's a crash behind. VSC.
Big shunt. Caution.
There's a yellow flag now.
Giovinazzi is out. I heard the crunch.
It was the Williams driver we see there.
Yeah, we see cars crashing there all the time. I think we crashed there last season.
That's a tough one to take for both driver and the car.
That's some serious powertrain damage to that car as well. Yeah, that mechanic wakes up from his nap, looks up, no, he's crashed, and goes straight back to sleep again.
Virtual safety car. Keep the delta positive.
So I put the fuel into fuel burn because we're going to save so much fuel, more than we're going to be able to burn off over the last couple of laps.
Charge is good.
Copy.
The downside is this now allows Max to charge his battery as well. But hopefully he'll be a little bit fatter with fuel than us. Let's see if we can have a look at his car. So 13.1 kilos of fuel on the car on the last lap. Yeah. He is a couple of kilos heavier than us right now. Yes, I'm still on rarely defend, Baron. Max doesn't have the straight line advantage to overtake Oscar. If Oscar didn't have DRS, then yes, he'd be vulnerable, but in a straight line, can't get him, and he's not quick enough through the corners to take that position from us either. So I can just defend the racing line, not worry about dropping time, and bringing the rest of the pack back into play. See, where's Leclerc? Leclerc's got himself up to 11th. He's just outside of the points right now, and he's 8th place where Russell is to finish in with points for the sprint. But he's definitely made... I checked on Charles' fuel, not Max. Okay, thank you for that. 13.8. So he was actually slightly heavier than Leclerc. He was 13.8 across the line last lap. We were 11.3. See what he is across the line this time. You can see we're already a kilo over what we need now. So we're about, what, 10.1 across the line. I don't want to miss the green flag while I'm checking this, just in case. So let's have a look. Yeah, 10.1 across the line for us. Max at 12.6. So Max has got 2.5 kilos of fuel on board more than us.
A virtual safety car ending.
Copy. Let's pick our pace up. Let's go.
Copy.
DRS is enabled.
I'm a little concerned. Maybe Max just was
You're good to push on the
behind the detection point and will have got the DRS. No, he wasn't. Okay. But we are going to sprint. And I'm hopeful that the extra fuel in Max's car is going to hurt his acceleration out of the corners, allow us to pull away. Got a little bit more tyre to play about with than him as well. Another VSC.
off there.
So watch for Deb through that.
And that's Checo. And not sure which Alpine that is. Checo's not very happy. That was Albon, so Albon's out. And now, again, we're going to end up with way more fuel.
Just keep following the delta.
God, if I'd known we were going to get two safe VSCs like this, I wouldn't have bothered doing the fuel saving. But, of course, the benefit of hindsight is always 2020. So Perez is out as well. So Giovinazzi will start 20th. Perez will start 19th. Albon will start 18th in the main race. In fact, Giovinazzi was already going to start last anyway because of that penalty.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Now it's a spin for
Here's the
Porsche
replay.
under the
Now,
VSC.
this, I think, was at turn 13. And the controls lost. And ultimately...
And he's lucky
just
he was
unable
under
to get the
VSC. If he
car
got
under
in there at
control.
full speed, that would have been a retirement. Perez has a penalty as well now
Yeah.
for that collision with Albon.
Charge is good.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch on board as we blitz away from Verstappen, hopefully. 3 laps to go. Tyres will last all 3 laps at full push. We've got just under 2 laps of battery. Evening Juice. Or Mike. If I remember rightly, did you say your name was Mike? Not really bothered which order my drivers cross the line, as long as they are first and second. Okay, we're going to have 2 laps to go at the end of this lap, and that means we've got enough battery to go full push for both laps. Just about. Tyre temps are a little low. Let's get those up to temperature as well.
Let's push, come on.
Okay.
VSC ending.
Let's see if Verstappen can keep up with us. Hopefully he can't.
DRS enabled.
Overtaking is available.
Okay.
Oh, look at that, just stretching away from him. That's beautiful. Love to see it. We're a second up already. Max did just get the DRS, but he won't get it next lap. Oscar moves into the lead. Max is not going to get DRS. Oh, don't hit each other. Who's going to take the sprint win? We're not getting involved. We may come to regret that decision, but we'll leave them to it. Do not hit each other. Looks like Oscar's going to take the win. Mick's still looking. Unless he has a Hail Mary lunge into the bus stop, he's not going to get it. And there we go. It's going to be a win for Oscar. Mick, half a second behind Max, a further second and a bit back.
Piastri has just gone and won the sprint.
And I thought I heard a shunt at the end. We did. Someone crashed. I think it was Joe. Oh no, Porsche locked up.
See what happened. Here we are now, down at
I thought I heard a crunch as we were going into La Source.
And the car fails to respond. But that's just the risk you take. The later you leave it.
That's not the only incident, I don't think. I think there was a crunch somewhere else as well. It looks like is that a little bit of wing damage there? Can't tell. It's irrelevant.
Sprint win for Oscar Piastri today.
And what a well-deserved P1 finish that was. Absolutely outstanding.
So then, there is confirmation of the sprint results. It's a win for Oscar with the fastest lap, which means absolutely nothing in the sprint. Second place for Mick. Max gains 3 places and will start in third in the main race. Stroll up a place to finish in fourth. Norris dropping down to fifth. Hajar gaining a place. Sainz up 2. Russell up 3. Bottas up 1. And Ocon into the top 10. But Russell getting the last point there for Ferrari. Very, very different story down the bottom end. You can see it's a cursor's playing up a bit. I think it's because we had a bit of a weird glitch earlier. Up 7 places for Leclerc. Very strong for him. So he will start just outside the points in the main race. Maloney with a good run as well. Up 4. Vasseur up 6. Gasly, shocker. 2 big lockups, ruining his race. He will start down in 16th place, having started the sprint in 3rd. Magnussen down 3 places. And it's a DNF for Perez, Albon and Giovinazzi as well. Perez has a 5-second penalty, which will be 3 places. I'm not sure how big Giovinazzi's penalty is, but he's already further behind, so expect Giovinazzi to be in 20th and Perez to be in 19th. Time for the race.
Tension continues to build here as race day begins.
Motor car racing didn't have the best of starts at Spa-Francorchamps. Only 1 driver registered for the very first car race back in 1921, so a motorbike race replaced it instead. Times have changed, and now Spa is a solid fixture on the F1 calendar. And the sky is looking grey and cloudy today. An effective tyre strategy could prove very valuable as the race plays out.
Well, no one can ever predict what will happen at Spa-Francorchamps, but one thing's for sure, it's going to be eventful.
Baron says, I think Stroll is the biggest threat. I still think it's Max, but Stroll will definitely be a factor, I think. So, what are we going to do for strategy? Well, it's going to be a 1-stop. And I'm going to go softs to mediums, I think. And then if we get a later safety car, we have got another brand new set of softs available. We're going to go with 2 extra laps of fuel. And I want to try and look after the softs a little bit to start with. And then as we get towards our pit window, I might look at sprinting away from Max. It depends on what his tyres are doing. But initially we're going to try and just look after things, I think. Try and control the pace from the front. Let everyone else burn their tyres out while we're protecting ours. We do have to keep an eye on temperatures because it's quite cold today. So could affect our tyre saving strategy. Might have to run them a little hotter than I'd planned. But let's head to the grid for the Belgian Grand Prix.
We've got 44 laps ahead of us here in Spa as we get ready for the Belgian Grand Prix. Time for Oscar Piastri to show what he can do.
They've got a fantastic opportunity starting on pole, but can they carry it through to the end?
But just what will happen here, your guess is as good as mine. Get ready, it's the Belgian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Alright, decent start off the line for Oscar. Mick holding second for now. Max is on mediums. Okay.
See if we can push
And he has jumped us. So, we're just going to go straight into tyre saving mode then.
Try and protect the tyre.
Understood.
Bring the pack up. Yeah. Okay, recharge on. Do everything you can, mate. Copy.
A lot of cars on mediums in the top. There's not that many soft runners. Sainz, Bottas, Leclerc, Joe, Porsche and Perez. Everyone else starting on the mediums. That's going to put us on the back foot in the second stint. Because Max will be on the softs, as will Stroll and Norris.
overtaking is available.
Copy.
Content to just let Oscar just frustrate Max for now. But I want to make sure that Schumacher stays in touch at the front. No DRS until next lap. I'm not going to break Max early.
Okay, let's go.
Flat out from the green light. So it's easier to break away in a sprint because there's only one set of tyres and drivers have to be wary of how much they're burning their tyres. Much harder to do that in a race because you can just go absolutely mental for multiple laps and then, you know, calm the tyres down or just box early, get an undercut and look after the other set of tyres. So it's much easier to do the protect and sit back in a sprint and then have a big performance advantage later in the race. Much harder to do that in a Grand Prix.
Okay, push. Let's go.
Copy.
So let's leave all these tyres.
Yeah, copy.
But I've already saved a fair bit on softs. You can see Max is pushing his mediums like crazy.
DRS enabled. Okay, mate, we will be swapping cars.
Oscar is the faster of the two, and while we are hunting down the lead, I am not going to let them fight. If we get in a position where we are clear in front, I will let them take the gloves off. But for now, it's all about keeping with Max, who is just going to be going hell for leather for another couple of laps.
Keep your pace up.
Copy.
He will push those mediums as if they're softs. Hopefully he has to box a little early. He might be trying a two-stop. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But if we can just stay in touch and then protect the tyres, we are covered if he goes for a two-stop, because we will have still plenty of pace left in the car and 20 seconds less time to make up. And Max should be out of battery now,
Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please.
and he is.
Recharge on.
Copy.
So just keeping the gap like this at about half a second suits me quite fine right now. We're making our one stop more viable by protecting these tyres so that we've got the ability to really push the mediums by stretching the softs, or responding and hammering the softs later to just go normal on the mediums. But we are nicely covered either way.
Come on.
Copy.
Making sure that Max doesn't break away from us. Stroll is pushing, closing back in.
Use energy.
Still have a little bit of battery to play with.
Just think about looking after this tyre where we need to.
Copy. Back off now.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Ooh, bit of a lift.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
Let's pick our pace up. Let's go.
Oh, we've got a yellow flag.
Crash ahead, crash ahead, crash ahead.
Potential debris right hand side.
So we're heading now into turn 5. Tries to get by.
Russell and Bottas having a coming
That's
together.
quite an impact between them.
That's
A bit of
wing
blow
damage for
too
Russell.
More than one driver from the
I think
pack.
Bottas got away without any wing damage.
Right, ready, push, push.
Okay.
Yeah, Bottas's car looks okay. George has definitely got some wing damage. You can see no end plate there on the right hand side of the wing. There's the investigation. Racing incident, no penalties given. And that has hurt Bottas's tyres, as you can see. George's tyres maybe lost just a touch, but not much. See Oscar all over the back of Max right now. Mick is just dropping off a little bit.
Let's push, come on.
Copy.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
There we go, got Mick back in range.
Okay, recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Stroll has joined this group at the front.
Let's keep looking after these tyres.
Copy.
Our tyres currently in better shape than Max's.
Let's go recharge on.
Copy.
Need to defend that.
Stick to the racing line.
These guys go.
Copy.
So it's now all a question of when Max is going to box. Hajar currently holding the fastest lap. What is the fastest lap so far? A 1:44.1. That's going to come down. Evening, Derek. Am I doing a one-stop? Yes, I am. Tyre saving could be going a little better. But I am going to drop Oscar's tyres down another level once I've got his battery fully charged. No, Fabrice, we always run races at real time. We speed up little bits of quali, and obviously we speed up practice, but we don't touch the race. Just the way we do things around here. Stroll dropping back just a touch. Still in DRS for now, but that might change by the end of the lap if he's not careful.
Okay, deployment should be good. Copy.
Big fight going on here between Russell, Bottas, Gasly and Leclerc. And this is what it looks like. And this is going to be frustrating Leclerc because he's on those soft tyres. He's got more pace than Bottas, but he can't get past him. And the two cars in front are on mediums. And he's got more pace than them as well.
Recharge off.
Wasn't paying attention. Mick potentially in trouble. No, he's got enough pace to hold back Stroll. He does need to close up. Burn some of that battery again, just to close the gap back up. And then we'll leave him in top up instead of harvest.
Okay, push. Let's go.
New personal best in the middle for Mick. Oscar is all over the back of Max at the moment, putting them under pressure. That's what we like to see. New fastest lap, a 1:43.4. Good lap for Gasly, who has broken clear in that fight. Russell now 2.5 seconds behind, with Bottas and Leclerc behind him.
We're good to push on the tyres. Copy.
Mick just struggling to catch back up at the moment. Get a little bit more temperature into Oscar's tyres. Let's make it easier for Mick to close up. Let's just put Oscar back in harvest for a moment.
Yeah.
Slow his launch out of the corner.
Energy's good.
Copy.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Oh, that should be enough for Mick. It is, finally.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Look after front tyres.
Copy.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
Yeah.
So, quarter distance of the race. Still don't know what strategy Mick is on, but I'm guessing it's going to be a one-stop. Although maybe not. Hard to tell. Probably a one-stop. Max now starting to feel the pressure, being hassled and harried by Piastri. And Norris has got in front of Stroll, and they've now dropped back a little bit as well. Mick again is just lagging behind a little bit.
So take it easy in the fast corners.
Copy.
It's not quite close enough to get the full slipstream effect. Why he keeps losing a little bit of ground to his teammate. That and his car is not quite as optimal. Older chassis. Thanks to Oscar's crash at the last Grand Prix in qualifying. Did Mick make it DRS? Please tell me he did. He did, just. Norris has pushed hard and he is also in range as Oscar gets through.
Sweet.
Right, if I can stay ahead of Max at the end of this lap, at the end of the Kemmel Straight, then I will probably push him like crazy and try and break away. I don't think I'm going to. Yeah, Max is going to retake the place. And that's encouraging to see that even not pushing, Oscar has got the pace to push Max into losing the position. Just get Schumacher a little bit closer without destroying his tyres.
Overtake is available.
Copy.
Oh, yellow flag. Maloney. So a spin? No, it's a
Let's have a
lock-up.
look at that. Now with the Haas. Things were going smoothly.